Hello and welcome to Manor Lords. Now this is a very highly anticipated game, and it's where you start as basically nothing and you got to build up your village into an extremely prosperous town, and you are indeed the lord of your domain. So if you'd like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. This comes out a little bit later in April, but I thankfully was able to gain pre-release access to it, so I can show it to you today, and I'm extremely excited. This is such an incredible experience, and well, as you can quite clearly tell, you can actually import your own banner if you so desire. This is literally just my channel logo, and it's super easy to import. All you do, well, it's super easy to import basically, you know, any icon that you want. And you can see here, you just have to go to this particular location and just put a square PNG file there that is called custom_coat, and then boom. Then you can just click that, and then it imports it immediately. Otherwise, apart from that, if you don't want to do that, there's a huge amount of different options available for you to create your very own banner here without me, without you having to do anything. You can basically just do whatever you want. And this is the simplest thing here. This is the simplest design, and obviously you can change the icon however you want it to be. And I personally feel like these are really, really high quality as well. And obviously that's a funny thing. You would normally think, oh yeah, you know, this doesn't really matter, but no, it actually does, because I played games in the past, not naming any names here, where the banner selection is very limited and you don't really get the opportunity to create your own, whereas obviously you do get to create it here, so it's really nice. Anyway, I'm just going to be using my channel logo here, because why not? And we're going to be playing, well, basically you can pick anyone you want, as you can see right here. You can pick any single person you want, and I'm going to be just playing this guy because, you know, that's just what I like to do. I mean, the funny thing is, actually, you know what? Maybe I'll play this guy instead. I don't know. Maybe we'll play. I don't know, that's the funny thing. I'm thinking, you know what? No, we'll play the old guy, and then we're just gonna call. I don't even know what to call myself, to be honest. I guess we'll just call myself this. I mean, this is that's it's not really that's not really in keeping with medievally stuff, is it? So I'm just gonna call him Byron or whatever. There you go. All right, so there are 3 different game modes available. And you can play Growth, which is basically reaching as you can see right there, reach a large town settlement. And if you reach a large town settlement level, you win. That's it. That's basically what you got to do. So it's basically just racing for the biggest town possible. And then there is Domination, which allows you to eliminate other lords and claim their territory. That is your victory condition. And then you have Conquest, which basically means, yes, this is going to take a long time, and you're going to have to claim all the regions in the game to be able to make that work. You can also play endlessly, as you can see right here. There can be 0 goal if you so desire. We're going to be playing with the classic default domination style here, and then you obviously also have the ability to have AI opponents. Obviously, this is the thing here. It says off, but there is actually going to be an adversary. As you can see, it adds an AI opponent located off the map. He controls 2 regions and brings his soldiers to the main game map when challenged. So basically what that means is AI lords may press a claim towards the player's regions after they run out of neutral regions to claim. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Otherwise, you can also initiate your own combat or your own aggression towards him if you so desire. But for me personally, I'm perfectly happy just leaving him where he is, to be honest. Anyway, raid of frequency, no more than a single raid every 2 years. You can obviously change this however you so desire. We'll just leave it on medium. And then you have free years here. You can obviously change this to whatever you want it to be. We're going to leave that on 2, and it basically means that 2 years before raids start happening, so you can, you know, prepare yourself. And then initial bandit camps, obviously that's self-explanatory, random bandit camp spawn limit, and so on and so forth. And then there's a huge amount of other things right here, and basically you just get the opportunity to decide every single thing you could want, which is you know, your starting season, your starting supplies. You can, I'm gonna actually make my supplies double just because I want to try to experience every single thing I can in this game, and I want to try to make it a little bit easier for myself just so that we can experience everything that we can, and maybe get to a point where we can actually enter some battles. I'm not entirely sure if I can enter the battles yet. I hope so. I hope I will be able to enter some. And yeah, otherwise, I think we're probably going to go for a little bit more tolerant here for the residential requirements. And I think that's probably all that we're going to leave it as. You can actually go for unconstrained, but we're going to use underground water because I think that sounds pretty fun. But yeah, otherwise you can also change your template. Obviously, I'm not going to be doing that at all. I think that's perfectly fine. And we are going to be playing Restoring the Peace, which is 2 territories in the north are claimed by the illegitimate Baron, whose castle is located off the map. Bandit camps reside in the other unclaimed regions. Build and expand at your own pace, and when ready, challenge the Baron for the Northern Territories. And so there you go. That's what we're going to do. Let's do it. Alright, so here we go. We got a new message. Build up your town, your manor, and when ready, press claims towards regions owned by your opponents. Once a claim has been pressed, be ready for battle. I'll unite these lands under my rule, we say. In Manor Lords, families need food and fuel and a roof above their heads to survive. And if you couldn't already tell, I'm going to take things pretty easy when it comes to this video. It's going to be a pretty long one, I expect. And so if you're wanting to go to a particular point in the video, then maybe there's going to be some timestamps. If there's something important that happens, then maybe there'll be some timestamps. But otherwise, you can just skip ahead in the video if you don't really like the beginning, starting stages of the village. For me personally, I feel like these are some of the most fun to do. But that's not how it's going to be for everyone, is it? All right. First of all, what we're going to do is we're going to rename our, specialize our region. After you reach the settlement level, you will be granted a development point to spend. Unlock development branches to make your region more efficient. To enact policies, you need to rise your administration level by building administrative buildings like the manor. Yeah, but for me personally right now, all I want to do is I want to rename this to Reformia, because let's face it, that's me, you know. That's what I'm all about. And yeah, so otherwise there you go. Now we have this, and now it's Reformia, and this is the this is basically the research wheel. And obviously bear in mind, this is indeed in early access, so everything is subject to change, and everything is subject to balancing and fixing, and so on and so forth. And I gotta say, this is an absolute labor of love from the developers here, and it is looking so fun, really so fun, and I can't wait to get, you know, stuck into this basically. All right, so what do we need to do first? Well, we need to actually do, you know, get some plots up and running, don't we? We need to get some plots up and running, but we also need to get some roads as well. Some workplaces allow villagers to use handcarts to transport up to 10 goods at once. However, pulling a handcart off-road is extremely slow, a handcart that is, so make sure to connect your buildings to roads. So you can see here that there's some very handy little snap points as well when you're building roads, and this is one of the most impressive things about this game that you will initially see. Obviously, don't get me started on the fact that, you know, this is supposed to be a really basic thing that you're going to see in almost every city builder, but from a completely fresh standpoint, the road building system is one of the best, if not the best, I have ever seen in a city builder. And you'll see exactly the reason why. It's intuitive, it's smooth, it really does not require you to struggle, which I very much appreciate. Anyway, yeah, obviously the game controls are really nice, super nice and easy for us right here. But yes, as you can see, look at this. I can literally just snap all the way around, and look at how much I can zoom. I'm going to show you the entire map in just a second, but I want to just make this road real fast, and I'm basically just going to make a small little section here that just kind of goes around, maybe something like this. and something like that, and boom, that's it. There's the road, and look at how amazing that was. Okay, and now bear in mind, I'm not going to be making straight roads or anything like that. I want to make things very organically, and I'm just trying to get a bit of a template down on the ground, just so that we get a good idea as to what we're really going to try to do and how we're going to do it. So, every region in Manor Lords has strengths and weaknesses. Be sure to check all the resource deposits as well as investigate the soil fertility before deciding on the direction of your town. If your region has weak fertility, consider setting up trade early. Alright, so obviously if you take a look here, we are actually not doing too badly in regards to flax fertility or barley or rye. Rye we can literally just build, well, grow it anywhere. And as you can see, it's really, really good. Every single thing seems to be pretty nice. Here's our underground water as well, by the way. You can see exactly where it is. And obviously smell is a work in progress at the moment, so that's not really going to be affecting us too much. And then obviously you have the fire hazard and so on and so forth. But yes, super nice overlays, by the way. And now one thing, I'm going to give a small piece of feedback here. I'm not sure whether this is obviously going to remain this way, but for me personally, I would love to see this overlay without having to select the construction menu. Maybe there is a way to see it and I just haven't figured that out, but from what I can tell, you do need to open the construction menu or any of these menus here. Actually, no, just the construction menu, yes. So just the construction menu to be able to see that stuff. And I personally would like to see it almost all the time, or maybe there's like maybe there could be a little menu down in the bottom right here that actually allows me to select the overlay. Obviously, this is just a small piece of feedback, really not that big a deal, but you know, it's just something that I thought might be kind of cool. Anyway, what we're gonna do is we're first of all gonna get a woodcutter. It's probably a good idea to get a woodcutter, right? So let's get the woodcutter right here. Let's build it. I'm not entirely sure where to build it, to be honest, but let's just go somewhere around here. There we are. And yes, unassigned families work on construction automatically. So obviously, as you can quite clearly tell, we have 5 unassigned families. Every single family has multiple members in it as well, by the way. So you know, 5 being the number here, that doesn't actually mean that we have only 5 people. There are multiple people in every single family, and we have a total population of 10. And so that technically means that every single family has an average of 2 members, but that's obviously not the case. That will not ever be the case because it's going to be completely random. Some families are going to have 3 members, others are going to have 1, some will have 2, and so on. Anyway, we got a new message here. I have heard of your renown. I only seek to defend my rights and my honor against those who would wrong me. I hope you will not judge me by the rumors and slanders that some may spread about me. Signed and sealed by my own seal, Hildebolt von Berenute. Okay, yeah, so we're going to write back. Isn't this very cool? I love the fact that you can actually write back to these guys. Bear in mind, this is a work in progress. This is a work in progress particular feature. And you can see here, like, you could say that you need silver, requesting funds from this guy. You can declare war against him as well, if you so desire. But obviously, for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say, you have no rightful claim, and I'm just going to put that right there. Now, eventually, and I'm going to assume that when the game, you know, releases onto Steam, maybe in a future update, I don't know when that will happen, obviously. They're gonna have additional things that you can say in this particular letter, and I am absolutely frothing at the mouth over being able to do things like this, because this just allows you to customize your experience, customize your personality for your character. I love that. That's fantastic. And there you go. So the letter has now been sent. And so this is where, wait a minute, where is he? Is he here? Or is he, where is he actually? I think he's here, isn't he? I'm actually not entirely sure where I am, to be honest, because I think I'm there actually. I think this might be me. Yes, this is me. Okay, so this is me right here. Yeah, this, I guess this is as good an opportunity as any to actually show you the map. So I currently own, oh, of course, I zoomed in way too much. I own this area here, and obviously there are a number of other regions in the area. So there's Zelbitz here, as well as Hofstetten, and we also have a bunch of other places too that are neutral. So these regions are neutral as far as I'm aware, and you can claim them either with King's Favor or with Influence. And we're going to obviously see what happens with those as time goes on. Now we start with one region, and that's obviously going to be a little bit more problematic than this fellow, because he's starting with 2. He has 2. So that is a little bit harsh, but as you can see, my resources, I have 98 clay, 160 stone, we got 20 wild animals, and we have 208 iron, and then we also have some berry deposits, which is this is a rich deposit right here, so that's really, really nice. And I'm actually wondering if the costs change. No. So basically, you're going to need 1,000 influence every single time, no matter what, to be able to claim a region. So that's cool. And otherwise, timber requires oxen to be moved. Villagers will automatically get the ox when they need it. Yes, indeed. All right, so this is my small little village right here. I should probably connect, shouldn't I? I should probably connect the road. Now, what's really cool about this game as well is that the road is not costing you anything, and it doesn't require your villagers to do anything in the same time. So for example, you know, they don't need to go over there and actually build the road. It just allows you to build it instantly. Obviously, this may not remain the way that is, because it may very well be that you will inevitably unlock better roads as time goes on, but obviously I have no idea about that. We'll see, I suppose. Otherwise, we do need another little point here. Let's just do that. There we go. And that's obviously going to be constructed at some point soon. And otherwise, what we're going to need. What else do we need? What else do we need? Well, we're going to need a saw pit, of course, where workers transform timber into planks. So we're obviously going to get one of those, and we're going to place that right next to the woodcutter's little area there. That's really going to make a huge difference. And now you can see at the top that there's a bunch of messages for me. So what are they? Well, you're going to need to build a storehouse. So we're going to go to logistics, and we can build a storehouse right here. And this is obviously going to be placed somewhere relatively cloose to the town center. So we're just going to place that here. And you're about to run out of timber. Make sure you have a logging camp before building future things. Woodcutter's Lodge. Well, this is obviously the thing that we need. So that's obviously perfectly fine. The Woodcutter's Lodge. Well, it's the same thing. The logging camp and the Woodcutter's Lodge. Workers fell nearby trees to produce firewood. And you can even change the construction priority. So obviously, as you could no doubt tell, I did make a slight error by building the Woodcutter's Lodge instead of the logging camp. But that's not that big a deal, because if you do make a mistake, you can demolish your previous construction and you'll get all of your resources back. So there's a very, very minor issue with that. You just wasted, you know, a little bit of time. And obviously your villagers are going to be a little bit irritated, but you know, that's fine. It's okay. They're going to be forgiving you in no time. And otherwise, we're also going to be building a granary. I'll probably put the granary somewhere around here, I guess. We're not really going to be worrying about that too much. And there are so many different resources as well that we're going to have to take care of here. So you can see that there are a number of different categories that they are going to be under. So for example, they're going to be under construction, food, fuel, crops, crafting materials, commodities, and military. And you can see the amount of military things that you're going to be able to get here. We might even be able to get polearms and shields and war bows and all kinds of crazy cool stuff. So I can't wait for that. And yes, my logging camp really needs to be done. So hopefully that's going to be done quite soon. And I have built a road, obviously, towards them, so that's going to be nice too. And otherwise, apart from that, everything else should actually be built. And I actually do want to, I want to move the hitching post, actually. Press to change the building's location for free. So I'm actually going to be moving it over to the wood area, I think. Maybe somewhere around here. I think this is a little bit better because as it stands, this hitching post is way too far away from the production buildings at the moment. And I really want to make it so that it's a little bit closer. So we're going to change the speed of the game now, and it can go up to 12 times speed. And there's the logging camp, so that's wonderful. So I'm just going to actually slow this down just so we can read this message here. You can bind it to a workplace permanently in the advanced tab. That's the ox, of course. Livestock workforces are shared between workplaces. So just watch out so that you don't have... so that you have unassigned oxen if you have any construction going on. I'm basically only going to be leaving the oxen as it is, because I don't really want to prevent other construction from happening. But basically what you can do is you can assign people to various places. For example, you can say here that you want this ox to be assigned permanently to this particular logging camp. In other words, it will probably stick around here, or it will just only work in this particular area. You can also assign families to a particular logging camp as well. So for example, if I want to assign one family to this, then I can do that. And that's exactly what we are going to do. Now, apart from the fact that obviously we're going to have some, we're going to have the ability to, you know, eventually attract additional people to our settlement, we are going to need to build, you guessed it, some houses. Yes, we're going to need some additional houses. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to go to residential over here. And there's obviously a well here as well, if we want to go for that. Oh, a well here as well. Get it? Oh, yes. So wonderful. But yes, I'm hopeful that the logging people will start getting our things going here. And there's the storehouse. Let's put assign a family to that as well. And that's the point. You're going to need to assign people to the various jobs that they will need to do in your village. And now, a burgage plot. This is a very interesting system. You can see here from the little tutorial here. Some buildings have flexible borders, and you can place 4 points to designate the area. The cursor will snap to roads and buildings to try and create an organic shape. You can leave more space for future extension upgrades, and the first 2 points mark the front of the house by default. So what better way to start this off by building round about here, I guess. Round about here sounds pretty good, right? And let's just do this, something like that, and that seems great. I did a really good job. Yes. Yeah, okay. So hopefully that is gonna, well, it is obviously gonna be under construction, and hopefully it will be done in just a moment. And we're gonna just assign a family to the storage area as well. And so then, what do we have to do? Well, we just have to wait. We just have to wait a little bit longer. Family requests more market area for their stall. I actually don't know what that means. So it says it's disconnected from the road network. Really? Oh, that's not good. Okay, well, homeless people will move to the plot. And if approval is high enough, it might attract new families too. However, families need more than just space to be happy. Click on the building to check on their residential requirements. And I'll show you that in just a second, but I do need to connect this road. I actually thought this road was already connected to the granary, but yeah, I must have been not doing a very good job on that. Okay, this is connected to the road network, as you can see. Also, if you do want to be particularly specific in regards to where your people are working, you can limit the work area with this particular tool right here. So if you want to, you can do it like that. You know, it's a pretty nice way to go about things, in my opinion. Otherwise, here we go. Okay, so these are the residential requirements. So what they're going to need is water access. So that means a well, obviously. We're going to get a well up and running in just a moment. A church level, so, you know, we need a wooden church. And then a market supply. So we're going to need enough fuel on the marketplace stalls, at least one type of food supplied on the marketplace, at least 2 types of food, enough supply of any of the following materials on the marketplace, in other words, linen, leather, yarn, and so on and so forth, and that should be absolutely fine. And we can also construct a backyard extension here if we so desire. And I'm probably gonna go for... Ooh, I don't know actually. I don't know. I think I'll probably go for a chicken coop. That probably sounds like a decent idea. So we'll go for that, and then we will construct a well. So, obviously, because of our parameters that we specified at the very beginning, we can't just build a well anywhere. We're going to need to make sure that it is on an underground water source. So, we're going to build it right about there. And that sounds pretty good to me. Because they're going to need it to put out fires, obviously. They're going to need it to put out fires and all that wonderful stuff. Okay, yeah, so apart from that, we obviously have the saw pit here. I'm going to actually put a family working at the saw pit as well. And, yeah, this game is all about supply chains. And so, I'm not very good at the supply chain game, so this may be a little bit, well, it's going to be interesting. Let's just say that. It's going to be very, very interesting indeed. So, apart from that, there is also a marketplace. So this provides space for the assigned families to set up their stalls and distribute their produce to the burgage plots. A healthy supply and demand ratio of goods is needed to fulfill residential requirements and keep approval high. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a marketplace, and the marketplace is going to be relatively large. So let's put it round about like... I guess here, and I'm just going to make it go along here, and is that as large as it can get? Yeah, that's as large as it can get, so technically I can do it like this. Something like so, I guess. Yeah, something like this would probably be somewhat decent. Boom. Available market store locations, 70. That's pretty large, but we're going to do it. A well-supplied marketplace is the lifeblood of your town. Assigned families will set up stalls automatically as long as there is enough space on the market. Hover over specific categories to check your current supply and demand. Burgage plots closest to the market get their market requirements fulfilled first. Alright, perfect. Okay, so yeah, that is going to be done, which is wonderful. And I absolutely love the fact that they've placed an icon on the little... tooltips here, well, shall we say not the tooltips, but the little displays that basically tell you this is a thing that you're going to have to specify the area of. I love that. I think that's extremely, extremely useful. Okay, so we don't have water access yet, but that is obviously going to be done in just a moment. I need to construct a new burgage plot as well, and let's actually see what happens here. The marketplace is we're not actually assigned. No one is assigned the marketplace yet, so I'm not sure what's really going on with that. But I guess we'll find out as time goes on. And we should probably also get another burgage plot up and running, because that's definitely going to be useful. Let's build a house here. I guess house here would probably be pretty decent. There we go. Let's go for something like this. Nice. Alright, that sounds pretty decent, and yeah, we're actually not doing too badly in terms of resources, so let's speed everything up and see what actually happens. Okay, so construction is now finished on the well, which is perfect, and as you can see, we have now fulfilled a bunch of the requirements for the burgage plot, or shall we say for the first burgage plot, and we're going to need a clothing stall. So we need leather, yarn, or linen. So what best way for us to do than to get something that actually helps us out with that? So let's have a look. Corpse pit is probably actually going to be somewhat useful for us, but I'm not gonna get that yet, because I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that we're not going to have any problems with death just yet, right? Hopefully we're not going to have any problems with that just yet. Okay, so we got a sheep farm right here. That could give us wool. I was kind of hoping for something a little bit different. Yeah, yes, a tannery. There we go. Yeah, Workers use hides to produce leather. Do we have any hides? That's the question. Do we have any hides? Yeah, I'm thinking probably not. No, we don't have any hides. Yeah, obviously we don't have any hides because we're not actually hunting anything right now. So maybe what I should do is I should get that. Or, wait a minute, let me see. Is wool actually allowed here? No, linen, leather, yarn. Right, and one type of food. Huh. Okay. One type of food as well. Yeah, so we need to actually get some food. So we should probably get a field. Space to grow crops. Yeah, okay, this is actually going to be perfect. So let's take a look at our flax fertility right here. Flax, barley. Okay, so maybe over here we should probably do that. Because what can we get? We can get barley, flax. Is flax okay over here as well? Yeah, it's actually not too bad. Alright, let's do the field. Fields in Manor Lords need to be very large to be effective, but also take long to plow by hand. For a starting village, try a field size of about 1 morgan. I don't actually know how large that is. Later, if you want the region to focus on farming, you can consider spending a development point to unlock heavy plow upgrade, which allows plowing much bigger fields far more efficiently utilizing oxen. Also remember to check the ground fertility. Some crop types are more picky about the soil they grow on. Alright, thank you very much. So, let's see. Right, so there's the marketplace. So if I actually do this, and then we go, aha, I see. So it has to be a lot larger than this. Ah, there it is actually, there, oh, it's actually working, it's actually working. Flax, how's the barley? The barley's not looking particularly good over here. I'm kind of wanting to grow flax as well though, that's the question. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we can make it work, but I don't know whether we really want to do it like here. Maybe we, that's the thing, I want to make barley because of, isn't that going to enable me to actually make food? I mean, maybe it would. I don't know. Maybe it would. Okay, fine. We'll do it here. I guess we'll do it here, and then hopefully this is gonna be somewhat decent. Okay, there we go. Let's do something like this. There we are. Perfect. Farmhouse employs families who work on the fields. The workforce is distributed proportionally in accordance with the field's set priority level. When crops are growing, they absorb certain nutrients from the soil, temporarily lowering its fertility and thus diminishing yields over time. To combat this, consider changing crop types, or even better, leaving the field fallow for a year. Oh, that's actually very interesting. Okay, so that means that what we could potentially do is have 2 fields, one here and one here, and then we could literally just interchange what we wanted to go for. Alright, so we could go for wheat, as you can see. We could go for barley, which is going to be turned into ale, or we can go for flax. Obviously, I really want to go for wheat because I'm actually going to need that. Crop rotation triggers after the harvest season ends. That could actually be really, really useful. Crop rotation might be nice. Let me just see. Okay, yeah, we could do that and then do flax. I think that sounds like a pretty good idea, and then we can leave it fallow for the 3rd year, I guess. I don't know, but we're gonna need linen to fulfill the housing requirements. That's obviously a thing, isn't it? So, anyway, our generic storage is full already? No, it isn't. Is it? Excess goods need to be moved to a storehouse. Yeah, of course. Okay, hopefully they're actually gonna do that. Or whoever is actually gonna do that. I don't know. I don't know who's gonna do that, but hopefully they will at some point soon. But yeah, we're gonna need firewood as well, aren't we? So we should probably do that too. So let's have a look-see here. Alright, so the forester's hut, obviously this is going to be extremely important for us too. However, the problem is I don't have enough people to actually make that work. So I'm thinking that maybe... That's a bit of a problem, isn't it? I mean, that's the thing. I need planks to be able to build the church. That's the thing, you see. I will need that. There's also a stonecutter's camp as well, which is very important. We can get that as well. A pack station. Send and receive goods. Yeah, that's trading, of course. Yeah, well, let's just get another burgage plot while we have the ability to do so. Let's go somewhere like this. No, that doesn't look particularly good. Let's do something like this instead then. There we are. Nice. Absolutely perfect. Okay, that's wonderful. And now what we want to do is we want to just build along here. This is exactly the reason why I said to you that I personally feel like the road system is absolutely amazing. I absolutely love the road system in this game. It is exceptional. Really, really fun, really organic. And I'm actually going to be relocating this once again. I'm just going to move it on the other side of the road, because my residential plots do need to have a little bit of room. A little bit of room to grow, you know, as they do, and we're going to be getting some wheat going on here. So we have 60% fertility here, and let's go for a high priority for the moment. Log storage is fine, and what does construction reserve actually mean? I don't know what that's going to mean, but we should be fine nevertheless. Number of months before supplies run out. Yeah, so every burgage plot consumes 1 food and 1 fuel per month. Fuel consumption in the winter is doubled. Additionally, some workplaces consume 1 fuel per month as well. So what I'm actually going to do is, well, I'm going to build another one of these things that actually, the thing that I built at the very beginning, the Woodcutter's Lodge. It's going to be very, very important for us to have that. So the Woodcutter's Lodge will go around about here. It's going to be right next to this. I hope they don't care about the sound. Hopefully they don't, right? They don't care about the sound, surely. Okay, yeah, so the burgage plot, there we go. And at my settlement... my settlement has increased. Very nice. Okay. Let's just connect that. Connect this to here. There we are. Alright, a new message. A strong militia is paramount to the survival of any settlement. Luckily, a shipment of weapons has just arrived, and you will now be able to create your first militia banners to serve you and protect the people. However, we will need more weapons to equip all the people as the settlement grows, either by making them or importing them from other lands. Okay, so my new objective is to form a militia. To get more population, you need to have enough empty burgage plots, and your approval needs to be over 50%. Alright, yeah, well that's going to be very difficult for me actually right now, but I do have a development point to spend. So what do we want to go for? Well, it's probably going to be a good idea for me to go for something like... what about that? A firewood cart, a permanent market stall which provides a passive income of firewood as long as the region has enough regional wealth. Region does not pay the transport fee, must be placed on the marketplace. You could also go for the food cart too, which might be somewhat powerful. Aha! Oh, I see. You get a new building here as well. The charcoal kiln allows us to create 2 charcoal out of 1 firewood. That might actually be really, really amazing. We could also go for this. This is significantly faster plowing of large fields, as well as bringing craps? No, not craps. We're not in the casino. Thank you very much. As well as bringing crops back to storage more efficiently. Why is craps on my mind right now? I don't know why. Yes. Anyway, no gambling here, that's for sure. Anyway, let's have a look. Is there anything else that we want to go for? I badly want to go for the heavy plow, but I also really want to go for the foreign suppliers. But this is gonna potentially have a problem because we may not have enough to do that. I'm gonna go for heavy plow. There we go. Alright, and then we're just gonna have to hope, alright? We're just gonna have to hope that we have enough, because obviously here's the thing. I have very little food, as you see. I have very little food right now. I actually wonder, can I... Wait a minute. I'm gonna need a hunter, aren't I? There's a berry deposit right here. Can I... A forager. I need a forager. Yes. Forager hut. There he is. Okay. Let's just swivel him around real quick. And then place him right about here. Perfect. Alright. I love the road system in this game. The road system in this game is so crazy good. Okay, construction priority very high. Thank you very much. Please get that done as soon as possible. There is a berry deposit really close by that we're gonna need, fellows. Yes. Hopefully they're gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, people suffering from disease may stop working. Access to herbs might speed up their recovery, while a varied diet increases disease resistance. Okay, good to know. So that means if they're only eating bread, then obviously that's not going to be particularly useful, is it? No, not at all. Okay, so the forager hut is now done. Let's get a family on that as soon as possible. Unassigned, yes, I know, we need unassigned people for that. And we have no farmhouse. Of course we have no farmhouse. Alright, so let's actually do that. Let's get a farmhouse up and running. And there it is. Used to employ families on the field. So we can actually just place that... Well, we could place that really close by to the field. I mean, actually, you know what? I'm going to place it on the other side here. Actually, you know what? Should I place it on the other side there? No, I think I'll just place it here. I think that seems like a pretty decent idea. Because I may want to use this area for another field. And I think that makes sense. So yeah, we'll just do something like that. And then what I also want to do is I want to build a church. The main problem, however, is that I think we have... Do I have enough? I have 40 planks. Yeah, so I'm going to unassign a family here. And then I think I've already assigned someone to the forager hut. Yes, I have. So that's obviously fantastic. And apart from that... We want to get the church. Yes. Oh yeah, we also need a windmill as well, by the way. To be able to turn grain into flour. But there's also... how do we actually create bread again? How do we create bread? Where is it now? Where is it? Is it not here? It's apparently not here. Okay. Workers convert berries into dye. I'm actually hoping that we can eat the berries. Can we not eat the berries? If we can't eat the berries, then I think we... Oh, resource stolen by the nearby bandits. Are you serious? Oh, hello. Well, that's not very nice of them, is it? There it is. There's the bandit. There's a bandit camp right there. Aha, I see. I see how it is. Alright, where am I, though? Oh, I'm over here. Oh, okay, I see. This view shows you which regions are under your control. You can press claims to other regions when you gain enough influence. Okay, good to know, yeah. Anyway, I'm here. Okay, well, that doesn't really matter too much, I suppose. Yeah, so wild animals. It may be good for me to get a hunting lodge as well. Maybe that's going to be something that would be kind of useful. The construction is now finished. That's great. The granary. They own a market stall. If you unassign them, the market will have to be taken over by someone else. Yeah, I don't want to unassign them right now. Okay, yeah. So I should build the church. So let's go ahead and do that. Where is it? That's the question. I know where it is. It's under residential. Yes, there we are. The church is massive as well, by the way. It's absolutely huge. Okay, so we're going to place it round about here, I suppose. There we go. Seems pretty nice. And that's going to fulfill even more of the requirements. And now we just need clothes. But the problem is, I'm not going to be able to actually make clothes that early on without flax. So I'm actually wondering whether I should get... maybe wool? I mean, wool would probably create clothing, right? I mean, it should. But it doesn't say that any of these things We'll, no. Look. We can actually do it. We can actually do it. Okay, look at that. Workers use wool to produce yarn. Okay, that's perfect. So what I should do is get a sheep farm. Yes, this is absolutely perfect. Wonderful. Okay, I am overjoyed now. I am very, very happy about this. So let's get that there. Perfect. Okay, the woodcutter's lodge is now done. My food has now run out. I actually wonder, are berries something that I can actually eat? Yes, berries are something that we can actually eat. Okay, that's good to know. And we have no more fuel. Oh, that's a problem, isn't it? Okay, wait a minute. Firewood? Why is firewood not working? Where is that building? Did I not do it? Did I not actually build the... No, I did build it. The logging camp. Did I not build that? Wait a minute. I am sure I built the woodcutter's lodge. I'm sure I built the woodcutter's lodge somewhere. Yes, there it is, and no one's on it. Of course, no one is actually on it. That is absolutely terrible. Alright, yeah, so we're obviously going to put someone on that now. And, well, now no one is actually assigned to the construction of things. So that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Yes. I actually wonder, are they actually going to even do anything without me doing this? I mean, we have enough wood, right? So I'm actually going to assign the family, unassign the family on the logging camp, because I don't think we really need them to get more wood as it is right now, because we currently have, how many? We have 2 timber, but we got 20 planks. That's perfectly fine. So that should be okay. And the farmhouse is obviously being built as we speak. And the forager obviously needs to continue doing their thing. Woodcutter's lodge, very important. And obviously the storehouse and everything is very important as well. So yeah, we're just going to have to juggle this. We're going to have to juggle this, and it's going to be very, very, very tricky, actually. Very tricky. Saw pit, forager hut. Yeah, so obviously the pantry, yeah, we need to make sure that that is as good as possible. Oh, look at this, look at this. My my approval rating has finally gone up. Okay, wait a minute. I need to get a burgage plot up and running. I need to get another one of those, thank you very much. That's going to be extremely useful. Okay, let's do here, like so. Yeah, that's not looking particularly good, is it? No. Okay, what about something like this instead? That's also not looking particularly... What's actually going on with me and making these things so terribly? I don't know, I'm just terrible at the construction, I guess. What? Why is that not working? Not enough goods. Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't have enough. Yeah, well, that's fine. Can I not do it? Oh, okay. Apparently, I just can't do it, even if I don't have the goods. All right, so I'm just going to place someone on here. Did they not do that yet? Oh, they have done that. Okay, wait a minute. Let me just unassign them again, just so they can continue to do it. However, my approval rating is going down, which is really bad. I was really, really hoping that we would be able to get that working, but... yeah, that doesn't look particularly good, does it? Anyway, we are now getting a good amount of fuel, as you can see. And we now have 5 months, actually. 5 months worth, which is very nice. And the construction is now finished on the sheep, so that's even better. But I can't currently, you know, assign anyone. Actually, wait a minute. We have only 5. No, we still have only 5. How many families on this region currently accommodate to increase it? Oh, wait a minute. I have 6? Really? Oh, I wasn't aware of that. Do we? No, we don't have 6, I don't think. Do we? No, we don't. We certainly don't. So, I'm just gonna reduce that once again. Okay, yeah. A new family started moving in. Oh, nice. Look at that. We got 6 now. Oh, that's absolutely perfect. Oh, that is wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Absolutely wonderful. All right. So, let's get another person on the logging camp once again, because we're going to need timber as much as possible. The berries are doing fantastically. For now, at least. For now. We're going to need a hunter to go in and get some, you know, get some wild animals hunted down, I suppose. And the sheep. Yes, we could finally get people on the sheep farm as well. Actually, you know what? Do I even want more timber? I guess so. I'm actually not entirely sure. You know what? I think we're pretty good when it comes to... Wait, my food is actually fine now. So the forager can actually stop doing what they're doing, and we can let the berries regrow a little bit. Because that's also something you're going to need to bear in mind. There's going to be a lot of times where you just need to stop doing a thing because you need to let the thing get back up in restoring itself, you know, so that you can actually continue to use it in due time. As you can see, it's already gone up by 8, which is very nice. Alright, so yeah, there's the church. Apparently someone needs to be assigned to this. I'm not a big fan of doing that actually right now. But very cool that you can actually, look at this, you can actually sound the bell. Look at that. Oh, that is so cool. I just got an achievement for that, by the way. So if you're an achievement person, just press the bell. That's really, really cool. I like that. I like that. Oh, that is so cool. I actually really love the fact that they've added so many different church bell sounds. It seems like such a minor thing, but it's actually super nice. Excess goods needs to be moved to a storehouse. Which extra goods? I'm not seeing anything right now. What is it? The saw pit? Yeah, the saw pit needs to be... Yeah, this thing needs to be moved. But, well, that doesn't really matter too much, because we're not actually using that right now. I mean, I've still got 20 planks, which is pretty decent. I'm at 50... Oh, look at that! I'm at a 59% approval rating! Oh, I am so pleased about that. Okay, wait a minute. What we're going to need to do, though, is we're going to need to have a weaver's workshop, and it's going to need to be right next to the sheep person. Yes, right next to the sheep person. Thank you very much. Oh, it needs pasture space? Wait a minute. Oh, I need to actually... Wait a minute. I need to actually do that. Oh, that's a huge error on my part. Okay, wait a minute. I'm going to need that. Is it logistics? No. It's farming. We're going to need a pasture. Okay, yeah, this is a bit problematic, isn't it? Wait, do I have to connect it to this thing? Oh, I do. Is this enough? Is that enough? Is that enough? I don't know. Is it? I think so, right? I think that should be enough. And hopefully they'll have some sheep in there relatively soon. I mean, it says storage. It says generic storage 50. It had 12 before. So I guess did it have 12 before? I mean, it says pasture space 5. Is it actually connected? I mean, that's the point. I actually have no idea. See, now I'm not sure whether it's connected, and now I feel like I should demolish it. It doesn't look like it's connected, does it? It doesn't. But I don't see any sheep. That's the issue. I don't see any sheep. And we're gonna need it really badly. Huh. Does it need anything? Space for your sheep and lambs to graze. I mean, it says it has some, right? It says it has some already, so I don't think I even needed this. So, I'm gonna demolish it for now. It didn't take me any construction to make it or anything like that, so that's not particularly bad. But we're gonna need this weaver's workshop done relatively quickly, fellows. So, if you wouldn't mind, chop chop. Thank you. Okay, and what's actually going on here? Yeah, so the church is actually done, as you can see. So that's wonderful. We can expand the living space as well, by the way, for 2 timber, which might actually make sense. So let's do that. And yeah, that's going to take a little bit of time for that to be done. And we can obviously decide on what we want in the background here. So we could get goats. Provides a passive yield of hides, or we could get vegetables. I'm thinking we'll get vegetables in this one, and we'll get... I don't have enough wealth. Oh yeah, that's also something that we got to bear in mind. I don't have wealth. Yeah, so basically wealth is a thing that you get from your people, as far as I'm aware. I'm actually not entirely sure, so don't quote me on that, obviously. But I'm going to assume that, yeah, usually collected from taxes. Yeah, so that's obviously going to be a thing as time goes on, I suppose. And there's obviously an army here as well, so you can create militia out of your people, and then you can go and attack bandits and so on, if there are any bandits in the area. I actually don't think there are any bandits in my current region, but there are bandits in the neighboring region, at least as far as I can tell. So we may need to deal with them. We may need to deal with them, but right now, not so much. Right now, we're okay. And I can only hope that we are actually going to start getting some sheep. Do I need to buy sheep or something like that? Yes. Sheep must first be imported via the livestock trader. I am an imbecile, did not know that. The livestock trader? Where's he? Where's the livestock trader? No! This is terrible. Okay, wait a minute. Calm down. There's the livestock trading post. Okay. Let's put the livestock trading post here. I need this immediately, please. Build this immediately, fellows. Oh dear. Yeah, this also needs to be done, but not right now. Okay, let's build that really fast, or at least hopefully get it done really fast. It is going to be extremely necessary. Oh no. That's not looking good so far, is it? That's not looking particularly good. Oh my. If I'm unable to get winter clothing by the time winter comes around, you can best bet that my friends here are gonna have a terrible time indeed. Okay, there we go. We finally have some things. So let's go and get some sheep. The trade rule is set to no trade. Really? I don't have any wealth anyway. I want to import. There we go. Okay, I want one. Please. I don't have enough wealth to be able to do that. So, I'm actually not sure what I can do now. Can I sell stuff? I can sell stuff. I can sell stuff. Okay, wait. I got this. I got this. Don't worry. I got this. Okay, yeah. Let's do a trading post on the other side. This is very important. Let's have that on very high priority. Ooh, this may not go so well, fellows. This may not go so well. We might have some issues here. Okay, so how are we doing in terms of food? We still have 16 months worth, and our fuel is still okay. I am actually going to need to I'm gonna need to build more well, shall we say more houses, obviously. More houses so that we can attract more people to our place. So let's do that, but obviously we're going to have a bit of a problem, you know, generally making that work, because obviously we're going to have people unable to actually build the things because they're currently busy, you know, they're currently pretty busy, so that's obviously a bit of an issue. But once they're done with that, hopefully we will get something going. No, this is not right. Something like this is good. I don't have enough goods, really? Okay, I guess I'll just do this then. There we go. Alright, perfect. Okay, are you done there yet? No, you're not done yet. Oh, of course you're not done there yet. Okay, yeah, the logging camp is fine. I'm wondering whether I should take someone off something, like the woodcutter's lodge. Do we have enough fuel yet? 10 months? I think that's perfectly fine. Let's get another person on the logging camp so we can get even more timber. I mean, currently, We're doing all right. Oh, we got 0, actually. We've got 0, so that's not going to be particularly good. But the logging camp is hopefully going to do well. As you can see, there we go. We got one. The ox is the only thing that literally is helping us here. No, no, no. The deforestation killed the berry bushes. That's really bad. That is really, really bad. Okay, wait a minute. I'm going to have to actually tell them to limit their work area to this over here. Because I don't want to kill the berry bushes, obviously, because that's basically our only source of food at the moment, and we really want to make sure that that is the case. Okay, apparently the church is ringing for some reason, don't know why that's happening. And we also still have this generic storage full thing because of this, I think. I don't know. Oh well, there's the trading post. Okay. Haha, the trading post. Okay, wonderful. Okay, here we go. So, I want to sell stuff, right? Okay, so if I sell stuff, how do I do that? I can export planks and stone. How much do I actually have? I have 20 planks. How much stone do I have? None. Yeah, obviously. Okay. What about crops? I have no crops. I have berries, so I could potentially export these for 3 per 1. That's actually pretty decent. So let's export a couple of these, not 75, you absolute imbecile. Let's do well, we probably want, let's just do 10 or 20. Let's do 20, and we're gonna export that. And that's it. That's all I wanted to do. Just 20. Is it gonna stop at that point? I hope so. Establish a trade route. After paying to establish a trade route, a dedicated traveling merchant will regularly visit your region to trade only this specific kind of good. I don't think I need to do that, right? If I do, then I'm not going to be able to do this ever because I only have I have 0 money. So it could be that I need to establish other things like planks, for example. As you can see, this is actually going to cost me 7. Do I have 7? Apparently I have 7 for some reason. I don't know why I have 7 all of a sudden, but apparently I do somehow. And there is nothing else that I can actually do here. Yeah. So that is indeed the issue. Yeah. That is indeed the issue. So it's either that I just, well, that I don't trade berries, I guess. Maybe, oh no, it might, no, it's not going to work. No, I don't think that's actually going to work. Full trade. Trade until the desired surplus is reached. No, we're just going to go for no trade for the moment, and we're just going to have to export these for 2 gold each one. And we're going to have to go for 15 or so, or actually, I mean, yeah, 13, yeah, 15. We'll go for the 15, and we'll establish the trade route. Done. There we go. Okay, so the trade route is now unlocked, and we're going to have to put a person on this, and then we're going to have to take someone off the logging camp. And I'm going to need to actually do a little bit of something here, because I think that they are starting to, wow, yeah, they're actually having some big problems here, I think, with the lack of wood, it seems. Alright, so let's see exactly what happens when they trade. As you can see, we're already doing a little bit of that. I think someone actually did get assigned to it and has gone in. And there we go. We're actually getting some cash. And here comes the trader. Look at that. There goes the trader. He's actually given us some cash. For some reason, I can't actually tell how much I have. My treasury has nothing, so I'm not entirely sure where that is. Total goods stored, surplus goods default, and there's the construction now done on that. That's wonderful. So we can finally start attracting some additional people. We have nine living spaces right here, and winter is now approaching, which is obviously not what I wanted. I very much wanted to get my sheep, but I don't have enough money to buy a sheep. So yes, that is obviously a bit of a problem. I need 30, and I don't think I have that, do I? I mean, they're just going to have to deal with it, I guess. They're just going to have to deal with it, which is not exactly great, is it? Okay, so we'll try and get someone. We'll try and get a sheep. if it is indeed possible for me to do that. I don't know how much money I have. I don't think I can actually see that. Is there somewhere that I can see that? Am I being stupid? Yes, I am being stupid. There we go. There's my regional wealth at the moment. Okay, so it can be used for import or converted to treasury via a tax policy. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I had no idea that there was all these things up on the top left here. I'm stupid. I did not see it. It's fine though. We have fuel for 8 more months, and winter is now beginning. So this is a bit of a problem, isn't it? But 8 more months is fine. That's going to take us all the way through to summer, so we should be okay, right? Right. Yeah, hopefully. And we've got enough food for 13 more months as well, so we're actually not doing too badly, if you can believe that. It's me after all. We might have some issues anyway. You know. I should have not. I literally just should not have gone for the backyard, the backyard improvements yet. The backyard improvements initially are going to be really, really useful, like getting eggs or vegetables or whatever, but not at the cost of your wealth. If you are sacrificing getting something as useful as a sheep, because if you can get a sheep, you're going to be able to get the Weaver Workshop up and running, and then it's going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be so useful. So, yeah, unfortunate that I managed to just completely fail. Super hard there. But there you go. Look at that. We're actually getting some additional families coming in as well. If the field is not set to fallow, workers will plow it and sow the crop as soon as possible. Yield will increase as it grows and is harvested in September during the harvest season. Is not set to fallow. Yes, well, obviously it isn't set to fallow. But look, we're actually getting some pretty bad things going on here. And it's snowing, so that's really good, isn't it? Oh dear. Yeah, I got my field out way too slowly, by the way, as well. Resource stolen by bandits. I don't think that they're actually. This is not me. They're not stealing from me, as from what I can tell. Because look, these bandits are all the way over here, and I'm all the way over here. So they're not actually stealing from me at the moment, which is good, I guess. And where am I? Oh, there I am. I can barely see my my little village on the map when it's snowing, because everything is just, you know, covered in absolutely everything. And the berries are all dead now as well, by the way. I probably should have harvested them all before the winter came, shouldn't I? That would have made more sense. Okay, so more fuel, I guess. So we'll go for the woodcutter to come back, and he'll do his thing. And we'll take these 2 people off the farmhouse, because there's no point. I mean, they're literally not doing anything right now. And I'm thinking, because we actually didn't do wheat, that I'm actually just gonna go and maybe I'll get barley, actually, you know? I'll get barley. We'll do 2nd year fallow, and next year will be wheat, because we didn't actually even do wheat this time around, because I didn't have any people associated with my farmhouse, and I also didn't have a farmhouse or a field at that point. So, you know, it would probably make sense for me to do it that way. Okay, hopefully we're gonna get some more trades going on. Are we not actually doing that? Where do we not have any planks? No, we do. Look at that. We do have 15 planks. So I'm not sure why we're not exporting it. Oh, the merchant is literally having to run from place to place to place. That is so funny. All right, yeah. So it's going to take him quite a while for him to do those things, and that's the reason why. Yeah, you want to be getting a bunch of different things. So what I would assume we should probably get is maybe something like. Well, a tavern would be very useful, but unfortunately I don't have the ability to serve ale at this moment in time. But what would be really good is for me to get a stone cutter from nearby fieldstone deposits. Do we have any fieldstone deposits? There's stone over there. Uh-huh. Yeah, I can't claim this. This is 2,000... No, wait. That's not the one that we want. This is the one we want over here. Wait, do I have it? Oh, no, I do have a stone deposit. It's all the way over here. Okay, I actually do have a stone deposit, but I didn't know. Okay, well, that's good. Alright, so wait a minute. Let me actually get a road. And you can actually do some really cool things, like the road curvature and things like that. which I think is really awesome. Look at this. Literally, you could just make it so cool. It's so freeform and wonderful. I love it. All right, so yeah, we'll just build this roundabout here just to make it so that we have a bit of space. And we're just going to build this, I guess, just right here. I mean, it makes no sense otherwise. We might as well just put that roundabout here. And we're going to try to get this up and running as soon as possible. So I'll leave all 3 families on construction for that. And we're probably going to have to get some more residential as well. Because I want to try to get even more families, moved in. Because that's going to be extremely important for us. There we go. And let's actually have them... Let's build a massive one, yeah? Let's build a massive one. Loads of families coming in here. Something like that, I guess. I have no idea whether this is actually useful or whether this is actually good. No, it seems like I can't even build that because it's way too large. Something like that. There we go. We can build that, no problem at all. Yeah, because obviously we're having some issues with logging at the moment. Actually, you know what? Let's clear the work area. It's got an unlimited work area right now, which is wonderful. And you can even see where your people are, by the way, individually. So you can see here, look at this. She's literally fully simulated. And she's just going to walk around, and obviously you can look at anyone and you can see what their relationship is like as well. So you can take a look and see that this is her husband right here, and you can select where he is, and you can see what he's doing. I mean, I can't actually see inside their house, unfortunately, but you can see where he is, and you know that he's in there. So yeah, pretty cool. And then obviously you could see their son as well, and he's just walking around here as well. It's absolutely fantastic, and I am just blown away by how incredible this developer has made this game. It's been 7 years in the making, as far as I'm aware. 7 years, I think. 7 years. Yeah, that's a significant, and I'm talking, that's a massive amount of time. Massive amount of time. And I can only say, bravo, applause, massive amounts of applause for this developer. They've done an amazing job, and I'd highly recommend. I mean, obviously, okay, here's the thing: you've probably already got it on your wish list. You've already got it on your wish list. But anyway, if you'd like to see more from me and Manor Lords, then well, you know what to do. You know, hit the like button. You know, leave a comment, do all that wonderful stuff. And I'll see what I can do. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.